Alright, so this video will assist all undergraduate and postgraduate who want to apply for GETFund Scholarship. I mean the Ghana Education Trust Fund Scholarship on your various campuses. Alright, so GETFund is accepting applications for postgraduate and undergraduates for the award of local scholarships for 2024-2025 academic year. In fact, I should have uploaded this video for a long time, but for some reason I couldn't do that. I apologize for that. So I'm going to walk you through how you can apply for this local scholarship irrespective of your educational institution. But remember, the deadline of this application will due soon, so do not delay in submitting your application, because initially the deadline was 15th January, but because of the late admission letters by some government universities, it has been extended to 31st January of this year, that's 2025. So I will encourage each and everyone to try this as an opportunity, and maybe this may be your luck as well. We all understand the situation, we all understand the financial difficulties most of us are, and such discouraging majority of us not even enter the tertiary or even to give up in some days. Some of us are in level 100, 200, and let me say 300, but now we are finding it so difficult to even think of deferring our course. But I believe with God everything is possible. But one thing I would want you to understand is, me assisting you to get a scholarship is not a guarantee that I have gotten I've got a scholarship already. I'm not a stakeholder. I repeat again, I am not a stakeholder from the GETFund Scholarship, but I'm just here assisting you in this application so that you wouldn't make any mistake in this application. So I want to let you understand that helping you is not a guarantee that I've gotten a scholarship. I'm only guiding you in the application, but then being able to upload the right document will firstly give the high chance of getting the scholarship. So it seems I'm even talking much. So let's get started. Alright, so the first thing to do now is to sign up to get an account. I mean, if you are a new applicant, but if you have already created an account, you would need to log in. But if you are a new applicant, you have to sign up to get an account first. So to sign up, visit scholarships.getfund.gov.gh and provide your details. That's your email address, not any email address, but it should be a valid email address. Then you would have to create password for your account. Make sure you don't forget your password. You can write it down somewhere, and after you've provided your email address and your password, you will have to tap on continue to create account. So I'll put the link in the video's description, but please, if you are a new person and have not started the application yet, please, when you tap on the link, it will send you to this page. Don't just be putting in your email and password, but you have to sign up first or create an account first. So you have to provide the details that I earlier mentioned. It will give you a verification code for you to verify your account or your email before you can now have an account, and now you can go ahead with the email and then the password that you created. That's the only way you can be able to have access to the application portal. So don't just go ahead by putting your email and maybe your email password. You can't even log in. So please kindly take a note of that. Now the next step involves setting up your profile. So this interface involves the provision of your name, gender, date of birth, phone number, country of birth, guitar, address, and the rest. So make sure you enter this information that I just said it. I mean your name, gender, date of birth, your identification documents. Probably if you are Ghanaian, you use Ghana card. Now what is next is after you have created an account is getting started with the application. And the steps involved in getting started with this application are the season in which you are applying the scholarship, the applicant's name, your name, the application or the scholarship category. It could be an undergraduate application or a postgraduate application. But one more thing I almost forgot is this application is not mandatory to finish at a go. The moment you create an account, you start the process and you go to a place whereby you don't have the particular document or the requirement at that moment, kindly hold on and find a way to get those requirements ready. It's not that necessary you start the process and you need to finish at that moment. No, it's plenty, so you just have to take your time and apply, but don't waste too much time to apply. As I said it earlier, the deadline for this application is just here. That's the 31st of January 2025. So after providing this, next step talks about the personal statement, and this is what you have to note. Alright, so the personal statement involves so many things, and I would want to maybe show them on the screen for you to say it by yourself. So it includes, you have to write a detailed personal statement covering maybe your leadership, community engagement, and vision for the community. You have to outline your personal and academic goals. You have to describe your leadership roles and community engagement activities. You have to explain your vision for your community and how the scholarship will help achieve it. Like specific aspects to address mostly include your leadership involvement and how it has impacted others, and also your vision for your community and how plans or how well you have planned to contribute. And also one key challenges that I have to discuss or include about this personal statement is you have to discuss the significant challenges that you have faced personally, or you have to explain how the GETFund Scholarship would help over these challenges. You have to also identify issues in your country or maybe your community that are passionate about resolving, the outlook or the intended impact. You have to describe how obtaining the scholarship will impact you, your community, and your academic aspirations. You have to also highlight your strengths, gifts, and skills, emphasizing areas you need to improve. You have to explain how envision using your education to create meaningful change. Alright, so one thing I would say over here is you have to make sure your statements are so convincing enough, because thousands of students across the country are also craving for this same opportunity. So you have to make sure your statements are so convincing enough, because you are not the only person craving to have this opportunity. Alright, so the next after the personal statement is the application details. Alright, so over here you have to provide the name of your university and the program that maybe you are offering, the course type and the course delivery mode, the program duration and the start date of your program, your student ID, and also lastly you provide or you upload your admission letter, your fee schedule, and maybe your transcript if you are a continuous student. And also one thing that you have to know if you are a fresher is if you haven't gotten your student ID yet, you can still use your reference number. There's no need for you to upload any transcripts. And also if you don't have WASI certificate, you would have to upload your WASI results slip. I think we will get there. Yeah, so for now that's what I will say for the freshers. And I think I'll put my WhatsApp number in the video description for you to DM me for a sample of the scholarship application letter to use it as your guide. I can't show it over here. You have to, if you wish, you can DM me. I'll send you a sample of the scholarship application letter for it to serve you as a guide. Alright, so the page 4 out of the 11 pages of this application is actually the next, which is asking us to, or asking you, the applicant, to list or provide at least 2 academic or professional referees. You have to list maybe a number of people in academia, their names and maybe their contacts. You have to provide their name over here with this page. So without talking much, let's move on to the step 5 of the 11 pages of this application. And the step 5 really talk about the applicant's qualification, and what is expected over here is the student type. Over here, the first one, the student type, you have to indicate whether you are applying as a secondary student or a matured student. You have to choose between these, and also you have to provide details based on typical requirement. That's the name of your secondary school that maybe you attended. Maybe it would be your start and the end date, and the qualification obtained. Maybe it will be let me say example would be like WASI. Others went to technical institutes of which their certificate is different. It is not WASI on it. So without talking much, let's get to the next one. Over here too, you have to, I think, under the details to provide, that's based on the typical requirements. You have to provide your grades or your scores achieved in the key subjects and other supporting documents. And the supporting documents, you would need to upload scanned copies of your secondary school certificates or results. It could be your WASI certificate or maybe your WASI results. Here's another page continuing the old page. That's the continuation of the applicant's qualification. So this is not different. So over here too, what you have to do is to just enter the grade that you got in each subject, and make sure these grades must be the same as the one on your result slip or your certificate. And the next page out of the 11 pages of this application is the supporting documents. So they are asking you to maybe upload a recommendation letter written by a lecturer, maybe if you are a continuing student, or written by your SHS teacher if you are a fresher. You have to have a recommendation letter maybe written by your lecturer if you are a continuous student, and written by your SHS teacher if you are a fresher. Next is all about your family information, and the information that you need to provide is your parent. The first one is about your parent or your guardian information. That's the name of your parents or your guardians. You have to provide the occupation of the parent or the guardian, the contact information, maybe it could be the phone numbers or the email address. Also the family financial background, the details of the family income or the financial status of your family, and the number of dependents. Maybe it could be your siblings or other relying on the family income. So you have to provide everything over here too. And also whether your family is able to support your education financially, everything you have to include it over here. And the third aspect of the family information is the household information. Over here you are required to provide the number of people in your household, and also any special circumstances. Maybe it could be like you are living single parents household, unemployment, maybe your parents, or maybe you have any disability person in your family. And the next step of the 11 pages of this application is the needs of assessments. And this needs of assessments also involves answering personal and household questions, like you have to confirm whether you have siblings, state whether the head of your household is your biological parent. You have to indicate if you or any of your siblings have missed school due to financial reasons. You have to specify your type of accommodation and provide details. Example will be like, mother and I do not own a place of our own. This kind of ways. You have to indicate whether you share toilet facilities with others, and if you have running water in your home. Also have to list the household items you have access to. Example, it could be like maybe you have a refrigerator, televisions, and others. And the second part of the needs of the assessment is the parent or the guardian declaration. You have to upload a signed document of maybe your parents, or it could even be just something by own. If you don't have anyone to if you don't have anyone to maybe write this such document, you have to maybe write something down, and maybe you just write your name at the signed parts or at the signed place. You don't have to maybe go and change your parent that this what is going on. You can even also, like, you can alert your parents the move that you are taking. Maybe you are applying for this particular scholarship, so maybe they should help you in maybe this kind of thing. So the 10th page of this application, that's 10 out of 11 pages of this application, is the declaration. And here's what you are needed to do. You have to review the declarations. You have to carefully read through all the declaration points, which include the truthfulness and accuracy of the information that maybe you provided, the eligibility compliances. You have to adherence to the application procedures. You have to also consent to verification of the provided information. That's declaration here. That's the 10th page of the 11 pages of these applications. And also the second part of this declaration is the agreement to the declaration. If I think you will have to agree to all the declaration, you have to check the box. This is the agreement to the declaration. So over here, if you check and everything is okay, you have to check the box labeled I agreed to the above declarations. And lastly, after checking the box, you have to submit the application. So once the checkbox is selected, you have to click on the submit button to proceed. But note, before submitting, you can click on preview your application to ensure all your previous sections are correctly completed. So after submitting, you can edit it again in case you want to do any additions or subtractions. And one thing that I have to let you know is if you are a fresher and you haven't gotten your student's identification number yet, you can use your reference number. And also the fee schedules, you have to upload your admission letter. Don't go and do different thing over the no need to upload your transcript if you are a fresher. And if you don't have WASI certificate and you are a fresher, you have to just upload your result slip. Also, in my DM, I'll leave my WhatsApp number in the video description. If you need any help, you can just reach out to me. I'll get time to attend to you. And to the continuous students, the transcript is not the SHS one, but rather the university transcript. Also, you have to print it from your portal, the transcript, although it will be shown on it as not official transcript. Don't worry, it will still be accepted. If you are a continuous student, you have to note for what I just said. If you are a fresher you have to note and know your part. And one last thing that I have to tell you is the deadline. The deadline is just 31st of this month. That's 31st January 2025. You just have few days to deadline, so you do not have time to waste. So guys, basically this is how and how to know before you start applying for this local scholarship. Thanks for your attention, and I hope to see you in my next video. I'm UNS Prince and I'm out.